Hola, friends. Please join us as we get to explore the tango embrace. Finally, Arjun, we get to embrace. Oh, hugs are good for us as humans. In fact, a hug that lasts longer than 20 seconds, science has shown, floods our brains and our bodies with all of those feel-good hormones that make us happy inside. Just imagine how great you're going to feel after a 3-minute long hug.
Wow, so we better get started. Let's enjoy it.
Yes.
And let's pretend that we're at a milonga, the social dance. The music started to play. Now, I sometimes wear contact lenses or glasses. If I'm at a table where it's safe to, I can leave my glasses there. I don't want to be wearing glasses when I have a partner who comes up to my head height, because this will interfere with our connection. Another option is to put it in the hip pocket. We look at the room, we look for a suitable partner, we nod, and if we get agreement, then we will walk around the dance floor to our partner's table, greet our partner. Then I will start by extending my hand toward the center of the room.
I'm going to take the first part of our embrace. We would like to go palm to palm, nice and flat there, and then just gently closing the fingers around the embrace there. And then as the follower, I get to dictate how comfortable I am with how close the embrace is. So if I am more comfortable with a more open embrace, I will stay right here and smile at my partner. And that indicates that this is where I would like our embrace to be taken up. If I'm a little bit more comfortable with the dance, a little bit more advanced, and I prefer to start off with a close embrace, once again starting off with the hand side, then it is up to me to close that distance up and get into a nice close embrace with my partner.
Another couple of things about the hand. I want to offer the hand as if it were a mirror for my partner. Yes. It's a nice, comfortable position. In fact, you can check this for yourself. Just put hand in hand. This is the embrace. And just make it feel as comfortable as it can.
If at any point in time your partner is unable to see themselves in their little hand mirror, say the wrist has gotten twisted or bent, that's a clear sign that we're probably not in the most comfortable position for that to be. So we want to readjust that so that way they can see their reflection in their hand mirror.
Part of that comfort is to keep the hand on my side of our center line. If I invade my partner's space, it's going to be hard on their shoulder. So I'm going to keep it somewhat to my side so my arms are well integrated with my body.
Mm-hmm. So moving over to the other side of the embrace, the arm side of the embrace, you'll hear us refer to it. If we have an open embrace here, notice that Arjun's arm is nice and round. It has tone and connection to the actual body. And the position on the back, you're searching for what?
Is for the bottom of the shoulder blade.
So no matter how far we are or how close we slide this embrace, notice that his arm maintains a nice parallel to the dance floor around my back. And same for myself. As I am closing up the arm side of the embrace, if we're coming to a close embrace, I'm going to have a height of my arm that is comfortable for my shoulder. I do not want to displace my shoulder or disrupt my posture in trying to get the embrace. We want to be nice and comfortable, have those lats engaged, and toned arms.
That brings up an important point where you talk about posture. Oftentimes, we have a partner that might be much less taller than we are, or more taller than we are. Mm-hmm. How does that work? Mm-hmm. Anyway, so in that situation, we still want to maintain our same embrace, our same posture. We may lower the hand so that it's at the shoulder level for the lower partner, and the partner may turn their head to the hand side of the embrace so that they have a clear view instead of looking at a chest.
Where my head goes is entirely up to what's comfortable for me. So like Arjun said, if because of a height disparity, it is more comfortable for your head to be going to the hand side of the embrace, even if it's not because of a height disparity, just because you prefer that look. This is a more traditional look to the Argentine Tango embrace. But it is also perfectly acceptable to have the head going over my leader's shoulder. So as a follower, you can play with those different head positions and see what actually ends up being most comfortable for you.
Well, that was about 3 minutes, right? I feel good.
Indeed. So as you are getting comfortable moving out of your practice embrace into your actual close embrace, a few things that we recommend. Whenever you're learning something new, always go back to your practice embrace. That's why we call it that. It's a chance for you to practice. Then, once you become comfortable with that new movement in the practice embrace, and you'd like to have a transitional phase in between your practice embrace and your close embrace, you can just hug and work on whatever you are working on, whatever new technique. This frees up your body and your brain to be thinking about what is new, but still being very closely connected with your partner. And then once you're comfortable with that, we can open it up and transition into our actual embrace. So a few ways to practice this.
Yes. Oh, one final thought. We've covered the beginning, how to get into the embrace, and how to conduct the embrace as we're moving. When we finish, the music ends. We've hopefully ended our movement right with the music. And then we want to undo the embrace, but do we really want to?
You have to pretend at least that you don't want to.
Right. Parting is such sweet sorrow. So it's much more elegant. Keep that connection with our partner.
So gives you plenty of things to practice on. We encourage you to go back through some previous moves and begin to transition them into your new close embrace. And until we see you on the next adventure, abrazos.